Hi there, my name is Dawn Lang, and today we're going to be doing chair yoga. So this series is designed to help increase your flexibility and just reduce your stress during the workday. So make sure that you have a chair that has no wheels on it and has sturdy footing. So starting out, come to the edge of the chair so your sits bones are connected with the chair, feet flat on the floor. Hands placed on the front of your kneecaps, and as you sit tall, lengthen through the crown of the head. Try to relax your shoulders, maybe even roll your shoulders back and down. So as you sit upright, focus on the breath, inhaling in through the nose. Feel the rise of the chest and the inflation of your belly like a balloon. And as you exhale through the nose, taking a long, slow exhalation, feel that release of the breath. Inhaling again through the nose, feel the rise of the chest, the inflation of your belly. And this time as you exhale, begin to sit back into your hips. Keep your hands in the front of your kneecaps. Tuck your tailbone under and hollow out. Feel the stretch in the upper back all the way down into the lower spine. Inhaling, begin to extend the chin forward. Draw your shoulders back like you're trying to kiss your screen. Exhale, sit back into the hips. Straighten the arms, scoop your tailbone under. Keep your feet grounded. Inhale, extend the chin forward, draw the shoulders back. Exhaling, sit back, round, hollow out. Inhaling, extend the chin forward, draw your shoulders back. Exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, lengthening. As you take this movement and breath with your body, get to a place where you can let the breath guide you. Let your breath be your advisor through this flow. Inhaling. One more time through. Exhaling, round. Inhaling, lifting. Nice. Now as you come to the edge, still sitting on the edge, begin to place your right hand onto the chair, or maybe even an armrest if you have one on your chair. So while you're here, extend your right arm toward the sky. Sit tall, lengthening, and as you exhale, lean to the side. So as you're leaning, try not to let your body weight lean into the right side. Try to keep your right hip bone grounded. So really lengthening from your fingertips all the way down through your hip, stretching through your side. Inhaling, lift up, switching sides, extending your left arm towards the sky, sitting tall, and as you exhale, lean to the side, extending your left hip bone towards the chair, feeling that hip connect with the chair, opening through the side body. Inhale, lift up, switching sides again, right arm reaching, and exhaling as you lean. Inhale, lift up, switching sides, left arm reaching for the sky, exhaling, lean. Inhale, lift up. One more time to each side, right arm reaching towards the sun. Exhale, lean to the side. Inhale, lift, switch sides. Left arm reaching, exhaling, leaning. Inhale, lift. Now both arms are reaching towards the sky, sitting tall, and as you lengthen the spine towards the sun, think of lengthening through the crown of your head rather than just shrugging your shoulders. Let your shoulder bones sink towards your hips. Now as you exhale, you're going to twist and open towards your right side, so keep your feet firmly planted so you're twisting into the spine. Maybe that back right hand is connecting with the chair to help twist and open your shoulders to the side. Your left fingertips are reaching towards the front computer screen. Inhale, lift up, switching sides, exhaling, twisting to your left. again, trying to square your shoulders to the side wall. Your right hand is reaching forward, your left hand reaching behind, maybe connecting with your chair to help open and twist into the shoulders a bit more. Inhale, reach for the sky, switching sides again. Exhaling, twisting. Trying to sit tall, resist the urge to sit back into your hip bones too much and hollow out the chest. Try to sit upright, sit tall. Inhale, lift up, switch sides, exhaling, twisting. Inhale, lift up. Nice. Now hands are going to come to your legs. Straighten your legs out in front of you. Now again, remember your feet are grounded here, lengthening through your heels. Draw your toes upward. So if you're on wheels, your chair may move, so just know that. So if you do have a chair with wheels, back your chair against a wall or your desk so it doesn't roll. You're going to walk your hands forward and hinge at the hips, coming to a seated forward fold. Now depending on how tight your hamstrings are, you may want to bend your knees a little bit. So hold here, relax your shoulders, let your body fold over your legs and breathe into the stretch. As you walk your hands back up, bend in the knees, sit tall, lengthen through the crown of the head. Now begin to straighten one leg, maybe it's your left leg. Walk your hands forward and reach for your foot, so let your chest rest on top of your thigh bone. Try to extend your chin forward and flatten your back, so you're trying to rest your belly and your chest on your thigh. If it feels a little uncomfortable, maybe widen your foot out and let your heart sink a little deeper, so your legs are wider, maybe hip width apart. So you're focusing on stretching through one leg instead of both here. And more than likely, you're going to feel that stretch come up through the hamstrings and maybe even into your low back. Keep breathing through the stretch. Resist the urge to hold your breath. Maybe even relax your head and neck. Switching sides. Bend the left knee, lengthen the right leg out straight. Walk your hands forward and bow forward. Start with your chest and your thigh. Maybe even rest your belly and your chest on your thigh to let those hamstrings stretch a little bit. Kind of gauge your tension and your tightness. If you've been sitting a lot today, you may feel that a little bit more strongly. More flexible, widen your left foot, take that wider and let your chest and your heart center sink towards the floor. Maybe position your hand on the ground, keeping your right leg straight. Keep breathing through the stretch. Again, relax your shoulders. Resist the urge to tense up somewhere else. Relax your jaw. Deep breath. As you inhale, sit all the way up. So now placing both feet onto the floor, hands, we're going to come all the way up to a standing position. So in this position, you're going to adjust your position on your chair. So your hands are going to now come down to the chair. So in this position, we're going to do cat-cow. So with hands on the chair, round and hollow out. Pull your belly button up into the spine. Push through the shoulders, hollow out. As you inhale, arch the spine, lift the chin and tailbone up towards the sky. Maybe even slightly bend in the knees. Exhale, round and hollow out. Pull the navel up into the spine. Inhale, arch the spine, chin and tailbone lifting. Exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, arching. So taking the tempo of the music with the breath. Exhale, round. Inhaling, arching. Exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, arching. One last set. Exhaling, round and hollow out. Inhaling, arching. Nice. Now, as you come all the way up, stretching tall, place your right foot on the chair. Hands come down to your armrest or maybe even on the chair. So hinging forward, coming into a forward fold position. Again, stretching into the hamstrings once again. Again, try to relax your shoulders, breathe through the stretch. Now we're going to reposition that right foot. We're going to plant it onto the chair. Let that back leg extend back further. So we're going to come into a lunge position. Now here we're going to focus on the hip flexors in the left leg. So after sitting all day, if you sit a lot in your job, your hips become tight and shortened. So focus on opening it through the hip flexors. Breathe through the stretch. Back, switch out your position, let your left leg come up onto the chair, keeping the foot flexed if you can, or just try to relax, hinge forward at the hips and fold forward over the left leg, again focusing on the hamstrings here. Again, let the breath flow, resist the urge to hold your breath. Now place your left foot on top of your chair, step your right foot further back, and let those hips sink inward towards the chair, again opening into your hip flexors, this time on the right side. Hands are firmly planted onto your chair, so make sure you've got good grip, good footing. Again, chair with wheels, make sure it's backed against the wall or your desk so it does not roll away. Continuing to use the chair, come all the way down to the floor. So we're going to open up through our shoulders. So a lot of times we sit at our desk all day and we hollow out and we round. We're in a concave position, whether we're typing or on the phone. We want to focus on opening up through the shoulders. So place your hands on the seat of your chair. Scoot your hips back, and as you sit back into your hips in a child's pose, hands are forward, so you want your heart center to melt towards the floor, letting your head sink below your shoulders. Keep your arms outstretched. Now, depending on how flexible you are through the shoulders or how tight you feel, you can place your hands, palms firmly on the chair. If you feel like you need more arm support, slide your arms further forward so your forearms are on the chair. And just while you're here, let gravity do its job. Breathe through the stretch, relax, and let the body just melt towards the floor. Keep the breath flowing, again, inhaling and exhaling through the stretch. As you bring your hands down, come all the way back up. So now taking into account one last stretch here. Come back to a seated position on your chair. So as we take in a seated pigeon pose here. So the name of the pose is not really as important as the stretch itself. So very similar to crossing your leg on a chair, right? So you're going to feel that stretch in your IT band, that outer thigh, wrapping around into the glutes and maybe even the low back. So place your foot on your knee and open your leg just as you would casually. Now try to let your chest fold forward. You may not be able to go any further than just putting your foot on your leg, and that's okay. Try to exhale and let your body fold forward. Now, before you resist the stretch, your body's going to resist that tension. Close your eyes. Try to relax your shoulders, calm your mind. Invite the breath into where you feel the tension, the tightness in the hips, the outer thigh, maybe the back. Hands can be placed on your leg here, so let your body just fold forward. The goal here is to not fight and resist the stretch. The goal is to release and let go. It's a mental conversation and a mental exercise as much as it is physical. So close your eyes, turn your focus inward, really mentally allow yourself to just let go. Keep the breath flowing, inhaling into the belly, and then exhaling, taking long, slow inhalations and exhalations. As you inhale, sit up. Extend the leg out in front of you, flex the foot, so just let that leg shake out a bit. And switch out the legs. So now bring the left foot up onto the right thigh. And again, this by itself may be enough, and that's okay. Feel free to stay here. Invite the breath into where you feel that tension and tightness. If you're able to, begin to hinge forward and fold your body forward. I'm feeling really tight this morning, so my body is not wanting to melt into this stretch as much as I would like for it to. So some days are better than others, so recognize that. There might be a day you feel more tight than others or more flexible, so it's going to vary day to day. Again, breathe into the stretch, close your eyes, turn your focus inward. And mentally allow yourself to release and let go. Give yourself permission to just let go. Out of this stretch, sitting up, releasing the leg and stretching it out in front of you, maybe even flexing into the foot. Well done. So one last stretch here. So taking your hands around in front, crossing at the elbows, try to turn your palms and forearms towards one another. Doesn't matter which arm is on top, because we're going to do both sides. So really just try to connect at the elbow. If you're not able to bend the arms in, just focus on drawing one arm in and stretching through the shoulder. So holding it, wedging it between the elbow and bringing the hand up. If you can cross, turn your palms and forearms in towards one another, that's even better. But do what you're able to do here. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's just however your body is able to come into this space. Breathe through the stretch. Try to relax your shoulders. Stretching the shoulders, the back of the shoulders, and maybe even the upper back. Now begin to widen your stance. So from this position, you're going to hinge forward and bow. So taking advantage of gravity here. If your arms are crossed, you're able to feel that pull, that stretch between your upper back, between your shoulder blades. Even if you cross with one arm out, you can still do this stretch. You're taking advantage of gravity here. Release and slowly come up. Now switch sides. Cross the other elbow on top. Turn your palms and forearms towards one another. Try to bring those hands in again. If not, you can always outstretch the arm and just anchor it with the arm, with the opposite arm and the elbow. Keep breathing breathing into the stretch. Again, if you're able to hold that, hinge forward, leveraging gravity here once again, stretching through the upper back, the rear delts, the back of the shoulders. Uncross the arms and slowly sit up. So one last stretch on each side. Feet firmly planted onto the floor. Take your left elbow, dig it down into the right thigh. You might want to bring your feet together, thigh bones together. So as you dig down, try to bring your hands into a prayer pose. Connect them here. Now as you dig down into the elbow, try to twist into the spine. Turn your focus in your direction over your right shoulder. So this is a great stretch for your lower back, a lower lumbar stretch. If it's easier to open the arms than to push the palms together, feel free to do that. So you're going to leverage that left arm against the right thigh. Again, keep breathing. Resist the urge to hold the breath. Let the breath flow. As you sit up and release, switch sides. Bring the right elbow onto the left thigh bone. Dig that elbow down into the outer thigh if you can. Connect your palms. Push down into that bottom elbow. And turn your line of sight over your left shoulder. Try to look over your shoulder. If your neck is tight, no need to worry. Just look down at your feet. Just let your head and neck relax. Focus on the back. Exhaling into the twist. And inhaling. Keep breathing. And you do have the option to open the arms if you find that to be a little easier. Keep hands connected in prayer pose. And release. As you sit tall, hands rise to the sky. Connect in high prayer pose, and as we focus on the breath, exhaling, hands as they flow through the heart center. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time, inhale and exhale. Now it's reconnecting our breath and with the breath in the body. Hand connected to the chest, one hand on your belly. And as you inhale, feel the rise of the chest and the inflation of your belly. Exhaling through the nose. Inhaling. And exhaling. Think of inhaling for 4 counts. And exhaling for 8. As we bring our hands in a prayer pose in the heart center, the Spirit in me honors the Spirit in you. May you be the shining light in the darkness, illuminating all that is good. May you be the shining example that others follow. It's been an honor and a blessing to teach with you today. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me today. My name is Dawn. Until we meet again.